I don't know who came up with that idea, but that was fire.
Hey, what's up? It's Sheila Matthews with Andscape, and for the first episode of B-Sides, I'm sitting down with two powerhouses in the music industry who have the streets hot.
What's up, it's Murda Beatz.
What's the deal? It's your boy Blxst representing LA.
Okay, so we got Blxst Murda in the building, and thank you guys so much, first of all, for taking the time. I'm so excited to talk to you all. We're gonna talk music, we're gonna talk NFTs, we're gonna talk your new project called One Shot. Let's talk about that because that song has had the streets on lock. So we'll start with you, Murda. Walk me through that process. Walk me through how this came to be.
Yeah, so One Shot is my new single featuring Blxst and Wale. We actually did the record in Miami. I was there working with Rick Ross, and someone hit me up and they were like, "Yo, Blxst is here. Have you ever met him before?" I was like, "Nah, he's dope. Tell him to come in the studio." So he came in my room, and then I already had this beat ready. I was like, "Yo, let's turn this shit up, man. Let's play this beat right here." And he played it. He's like, "Oh, that's hard. Pull it up." And he went in, banged it out. And then I knew Wale was around, so I went and grabbed Wale, told him to do a verse, and then I was like, "Man, I need this one right here."
That's so dope. It was just like all the access and the stars kind of aligned, right? Where everything just lined up for you. So Blxst, tell me about how you felt when you were like, "Yo, I get to go to the studio. We're about to make some magic." How'd that process feel for you?
Man, it was crazy, especially just being in Miami, being around a bunch of heavy hitters. So like when they put me on the spot, I knew I had to deliver. And I just did what I'm used to doing. And it came out to be a dope record. So I'm just proud to be a part of this situation.
For sure. And one thing I can say about both of you is you two always deliver. It's nothing that I haven't heard y'all do that I'm like, "Yo, this is hot," and the streets are gonna love it. So also talk to me about the video process. Like the concept was just so dope. Like Murda, you're the ref, like Blxst and Wale with the teams. Talk to me about how that kind of sports intersection came into play for you all in the video.
Yeah, so because like it was one shot, it kind of just sounded like a basketball song or a sports song or something. So we just came up with the idea to do like a female basketball game. And I was like, yeah, I should be the ref, you know?
I mean, right, that only makes sense. I love that. Blxst, how was your experience on the set?
It was dope. It was fun. Wale was a character. That's what I found out on set. And but it just felt like they was the homies. Like I knew them for a minute, you know, so it was all natural on set.
I'm really interested in, you know, how they say opposites attract. And sometimes you don't get to really see that play out, and especially play out in art. Blxst, you're in LA, that's where you're from. Murda, you're from Canada. Like, how did these similar but shared experiences that I'm sure you both share really come out in this process of creating?
I don't know, I kind of think we just did what we do, you know what I'm saying? We're both naturals at what we do, and it's definitely both of our passion in this music stuff. So I feel like someone like Blxst working with someone like me, it's just like we have like full chemistry. Like he said, like it's like we already knew each other, you know? Like I've seen him a couple of times at parties. Every time I see him, I'm like, "What's up, bro? How you doing?" You know? But we just kind of like made this record, and it's amazing.
That's dope. So something else that I love about both of you is you're just creatives through and through. Like it doesn't really matter the medium. Y'all are just two very creative people. So I want to kind of transition into like music and production and vision. And one thing I love about both of you is your story about how you got started. So we can start with you, Murda. Like walk me through when you first realized beats was your passion and your love for production.
Yeah, so I've been playing drums since I was like 4 years old, and my family was always like playing live music and stuff. So I always knew that I wanted to drum or something, but then when I was making rock music and stuff, I felt like I plateaued, like I wasn't getting better or anything. And then like I slowly started to fall in love with like rap and like the rap beats and like Dr. Dre beats and Scott Storch and stuff like that. And then somebody like introduced me to FL Studio, and I made my first couple beats, and they were horrible too. They were like really, really bad. But like I knew that like that was like what I want to do for the rest of my life.
That's dope. Blxst, what about you? Because you in all mediums, like your pen is heavy too. So you do a little bit of everything. Talk to me about your creative process.
Man, I just started in my bedroom, just being a nerd, looking up YouTube videos, how to make beats, how to record myself. But I just didn't limit myself. You know, I wanted to be talented in all aspects, from mixing, recording, even making cover arts. And I owe it to Ryan Leslie, really, because he was really one who opened the door to show me that you can be a part of every part of the music. So I just ran with it, and then in time I found my sound, and I feel like people appreciating it now.
For sure. And something I love you just mentioned was how you said you were on YouTube University, as I call it, because I go there to learn everything. But Murda, I saw an interview where you were talking about how you used to do Chief Keef beats when he was real hot and then put it on YouTube and make sure if someone searched Chief Keef, you would come up too. So I kind of want both of you to speak to, and I think it's important for our generation of creatives, on how you all used social media in all of its forms, from YouTube to Instagram and the traditional mediums, to really get you that exposure and advance your art.
Yeah, so like the first place I put my beats on the internet was YouTube. And I used to tag them up all the time, little snippets of them so no one could steal them or whatever, but everyone knew whose beat it was, you know? So I started on YouTube doing type beats, every kind of type beat to gain traction. And then obviously promoting it on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. That's what I was using. But I tell everybody all the time, like, your network is your net worth at the end of the day. So just the more people you know, the more people you can get to meet on the internet, it'll help out at the end of the day.
No, for sure. I second that. And then just the power of social media is crazy that you can connect with somebody across the world by a click of a button. So I just try to utilize that to my best ability, come up with different ways, different creative ways to market myself. I'm not the genius to really speak on it in depth, but I think consistency overall is the main key that I use.
And that's the thing too. It's like now where I'm at in my career, like I'm able to like meet people like Blxst in person and stuff. But like me coming up, like from being from Canada, like in my mom's basement, like I connected with like all my first people, the Migos, Chief Keef, all these people just off the internet.
Facts.
That's dope. And I think that's really dope too, that like, you know, we all use social media in so many different ways, but it really is relationship building. And that helps, especially when you're in these types of places and connecting to other people. So that also kind of brings me to like something that I love about you, Murda, is your range is crazy. Like you're like a genre beat morpher. Like it's from like Zane to like EST. And it's like sometimes people who hear Murda Beatz, right, on one genre, they don't necessarily translate to the next that you might be producing for too, but you don't miss. So talk to me about where you pull these influences from to be able to morph through genres like that.
Man, I just be having fun. Like I just been wanting to do everything. Like I feel like one thing I always told myself like years ago was like, I always wanted to have like the biggest pop record, but then also have like the hardest shit in the streets. And I try to like cater to that, you know what I'm saying? Because I came up on street music and stuff. And then it's kind of like the style of like rap, trap music I was making became mainstream. And then I kind of became like a mainstream producer. So I always want to like keep the grittiness of like the streets involved in my production, but also like want to have fun with doing like pop stuff, you know?
I love that. I think that's like super important and super dope, because even just like listening to you, I'm always like, let me see what else he's produced. And then I end up discovering a new song, a new genre, and like, that's dope. So also, let's talk a little bit about an upcoming project I think I heard you have going on.
I might have something coming soon.
Okay, you might have something. So that's dope. I know that when you do drop projects and some of your old ones, you really pull in so many different people. So when you're making those decisions on who to pull in, what are the things that you're looking for? Are you going for like a certain vibe, or just like people who you know would have great synergy together?
I'm kind of just going for people that like I'm a fan of and want to listen to, you know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, just like people who like want to work with me too. Like it's got to be like some chemistry. Like if we both want to work with each other, it's like at the end of the day, like you don't have to work with nobody, you know what I'm saying? So it's like if I want to work with somebody, they want to work with me, it's like we might as well go crazy, you know?
For sure. And something else about you, Blxst, is when you collab. Like those collabs hit, and I really love that. So what do you also look for when you're doing a joint project, or you're featured on someone's single or their album? What do you normally go for when making those decisions?
Mainly just experimenting. Like he said, you can work by yourself, but when you collab with other people, you want to try different things and bring out different elements that you can't bring in yourself. So that's why I enjoy working with producers overall, because I know like being a producer, you hear it a certain way, and then the artist will like paint the picture for you. So that's what I enjoy.
Like I said, your pen is heavy. So where do you draw these inspirations from when you're writing? Because one thing I love about your music too is I always feel like I'm like sitting there with you. I'm like, dang, I'm hurt for real too. Like,
that's a good question. I really couldn't tell you. I think I just fell in love with words at an early age, just putting words together and just the cohesiveness of storytelling. So I try to apply that in my music overall. Like when I was younger, my uncle, he told me to read a word in a dictionary every day. So I just applied that when I was younger, and then I still use it in my music now.
That's dope. That's a really good method. I might have to, you know, steal that to expand my vocabulary too. But transitioning to Chosen, like, just went gold. Like, that's crazy. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And I know that had to be a crazy feeling. So paint me the picture of how you feel, how everything's been going. It's been a whirlwind, but a good one for you.
Man, yeah, I mean, of course, I'm excited, but overall, I feel like I got a lot of more work to do. So I just try not to focus on the highs so much or focus on the lows, just keep going. Because I feel like I barely got a foot in the door. So now that the eyes is on me, I gotta stay consistent.
I love that, staying hungry, like in any industry for real. Like that's what it's always about. And Murda, like you're also no stranger to some mega success. And I just wanna know how you feel too when you have those moments. Like my summer anthem was nice for what? Like you couldn't tell me anything. And that song went crazy. So how did you feel seeing the success of, you know, not only that song, but a lot of songs that you're on?
Yeah, I just feel like at the end of the day, when you're on your highs and stuff, you gotta just take them, like, just take them in and be grateful for them. You know what I'm saying? Because like you can get like lost in like just the success that comes in and stuff. You can kind of just get lost in the past. So just like make sure that you like, you know what I'm saying? Just like enjoy it while it's happening. Because there's always gonna be highs and lows. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's everything comes with highs and lows. Life has highs and lows. Music has highs and lows. So you just gotta, you know what I'm saying? Just roll with the punches and just keep it going.
For sure, for sure. I love that. So I think this is going to be a good transition into my favorite topic to talk about, but not really understand, NFTs. Because Murda, I've been seeing on your Instagram, you just, you know, you've been dabbling and like, it's a new space for everyone. But if I'm correct, you sold out in like 14 minutes on crypto.com and like top 5 creator.
So I've been like a big fan of crypto for a couple years now. I got involved about a year and a half ago. So yeah, like I'm in Bitcoin and Ethereum. And then I started getting in NFTs like last year. So NFTs is just dope because it's like, everyone just talks about how it's just a picture and stuff, but really it's a smart contract. So you like own the actual picture, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know, it's been fun. And like, it's like a new, like, it's like a different way to like live. It's like a lifestyle, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's why I bought like the Mutant Apes and stuff. It's like the people involved with it and stuff. It's just like, it's just cool, you know what I'm saying? And it's just something else that like I enjoy doing that I can spend my time on, so.
So for people like me who we're trying to get into it, but we don't really know what to look out for, I think a lot of my hesitation is not exactly knowing what I'm doing with it. What are your 2 to 3 NFT red flags that I should just keep in mind when starting this?
I don't know. I think you just watch stuff, honestly. Like if you're going on OpenSea, watching activity and projects and stuff, because there's a lot of like, I feel like 98% of the stuff that you see out there right now is going to go to zero. So you just got to like really take your time, ask people if you should be getting involved with it, because it's just the beginning, right? So it's like the beginning craze that everyone's just trying to make money off of NFTs and stuff. So you just gotta kind of like take your time with it, you know?
Got you. That's helpful. Blxst, what about you? Have you dabbled into the NFT world yet? Or you like me where it's like, let's see.
Yeah, I'm kind of like double dutching if I want to jump in. I gotta get some game for Murda. You gotta put me on, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
The thing is though, about the NFT shit is like, this is literally the future of everything. Like it's literally like the future of music. It's the future of everything. The way artists are going to be doing stuff. Like I went to Art Basel this year and like, it was literally just all NFT stuff, you know? So like, this is literally the future of like where everything's going to go. And I feel like it's going to be the biggest change, like with music, with the blockchain. And it's going to like help the artists like is like way more than ever before.
Thanks.
So NFT, this sounds like a community too, like a digital community of people who have shared interests and shared love. So you two have very strong social followings and like a very strong organic fan base, which is what I love about you both, because organic fan bases, you know, they're there for your art and they're there for you. So do you have any tips for aspiring creatives who are looking to build those organic fan bases, like something they should keep in mind, or like a motto when it comes to building community around their art?
I got one. I feel like when I'm looking for an artist, if I click on your Instagram, I want to see like snippets of songs or like snippets of videos where I can actually like hear your music. You know what I'm saying? Because some people just have like a lot of pictures and stuff. Pictures are cool. You know what I'm saying? You want to like show people your lifestyle, but I also want to hear like what you sound like, you know?
Yeah, I would say don't only rely on social media. I feel like we got to a point where we feel like Instagram is the end all be all, and you still got to get in the field and put your feet to the pavement and meet people and, you know, show your face and make your voice heard. I think that's equally important.
Like, even for example, what Blxst just said, like, we just dropped this single and we like shut down Delilah's in LA, threw like a little party. The next day we woke up, went to the Clippers game, did a little halftime thing. Then right after that, we went to the Rams game. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, we're pushing the song together and just having fun with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not just like we're posting it on Instagram and Twitter.
Yeah, so Feet to the Pavement Clippers game, talk to me about that experience, because that was a moment and it was definitely a fun one to watch. So I can only imagine how you two felt in it. So paint me that picture.
Yeah, it was cool. We just, me and Blxst pulled up to the game and we just did like a one-shot challenge, you know what I'm saying? So 2 fans just went and like they just played for 30 seconds. It was fun.
And that was dope. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know who came up with that idea, but that was fire.
All love to the creative team. We love to see it. Yeah, y'all gotta pull up to DC with that. Like, give us some action at our halftime shows too. Like, that's super dope. And also talking about building community and putting feet to the pavement, Blxst, your tour sold out crazy fast. Like, I couldn't even get tickets, it sold out crazy fast. What was that feeling like? Because I've seen where you said that, you know, when you first announced the tour, you were kind of like, is it gonna sell out? Is it gonna sell out? And then it did in 10 seconds. So how did that feel?
And that was crazy. That was like a wake-up call for me. Like, I feel like I be underestimating myself too much now, ever since that happened. Because it was certain markets that I didn't think I was even known in, like the East Coast, New York. And we had to do back-to-back shows in New York because that show sold out too fast. So now my mind is just open. Like, I'm ready to do a European tour, international tour. I'm just excited to go crazy.
That's so dope. And I'm definitely putting in my bid for a double DC tour because we were missing you out here too. So that's really dope. So between the two of you, let's just open it up to what's to come, either together or separately. We don't have to go into details because I love the element of surprise, but where should people be looking to see you all? What spaces next?
I'm just gonna keep just like releasing music, you know what I'm saying? Having fun. Definitely gonna keep seeing me in the NFT space, in the crypto space. You're gonna see me at the Bitcoin conference this year, like just stuff like that, you know? But definitely me and Blxst gonna work on some new music too. Like, I definitely wanna produce some stuff on his next project as well.
Right now, I'm just cooking on my next project, but outside of music, I definitely wanna step into the acting field. But right now, I'm just trying to respect the craft and do it the right way. So I'm gonna take my time with it.
That's dope. Like, I love that, seeing Blxst on the screen and then more Murda and Blxst music. The streets need it. So I'm happy that y'all are already on it and working on it. And yeah, so I'm gonna let you all go. Thank you for an amazing conversation, an amazing interview. Tell everybody where they can stream One Shot, run the videos up, run the streams. I'll turn that over to you all.
You can stream One Shot, my new single featuring Blxst and Wale, everywhere and all platforms. So just go get it.
Go get that ASAP. Shout out Wale.
Cool. Thank you guys.